Folks, how is everyone doing on this Sunday evening? So things have been quiet, but hey, oh, what did I miss? Nothing. Yes, that is right, Brett. There is it daylight savings time. That happened yesterday, though, right? I think. But everything is right on my computer. Luckily, a lot of this automatically does it. What's up? Oh, thank you, Chaos. I appreciate it. Rua, hello, Courage. Nothing. We are all right on. You were right on time. Hi, Talia. What's up? Katie, what's up? So yeah, folks. So I was asked after the G-Man interview if I could even go back even further and try to find even older Shanny clips of her just being Shanny. You know, person's never changed. She's been the same, no matter how many people come along and get manipulated by her. She has done the same narrative. Now, if you're new to this whole YouTube thing, that's kind of what people do. There's a lot of people that are just fake as fuck. I mean, I hate to I hate to spoil it, but like I would say about 75% of YouTubers on the internet are fake as fuck. and it's true. They are not. I've looked into it. Most people I've talked to, it's just like they have a whole other agenda going on. But me personally, I've been the same this whole time. Yes, I've been caught up in things, but not things of my doing. I try to help out people that I thought I was cool with or that were my friends. Because I'm sorry, if I talk to somebody for a while, I consider them a friend. That's just maybe because I'm an old boomer that way. But before I get started with the video, I want to share some secret Shanny knowledge. Now, folks, please, folks. Let me, hey, Shaza. Let me say, hey, Penny. Please don't share this anywhere else. This is super serial, super secret Shanny knowledge. If it got out, oh my God, I don't even know the ramifications. I don't even know the ramifications of what would happen if this super secret Shanny knowledge went out. So please do not tell anybody. I don't want no one to run with this. Make a bunch of videos on it. But I figure I'll just keep it here at the crypt and hopefully everyone will keep this quiet. Okay, coming close. Shanny is a child abusing fat ass. All right, let's go into it. That was a joke.
What's up, guys? So, I have certain things to say.
I'm going to share this.
Certain things to say. You gotta love friends, right? You just gotta love your friends. Because your friends are always there for you and they got your back. And honey, yours? Let me tell you something. You can reel me in anytime, so you can take her advice over and over and over again. You know who you are.
Do I know where they are? I've heard nothing but rumors, and I would always address them as rumors. If anyone is going to talk about anything, they can't be like, oh, this is for certain where they are. So until I have something concrete, I will address it as such as just rumors. But the rumor is, and this is also coming from G-Man, is that they're in a shelter in Pennsylvania. And that somebody took the animals. That's the rumor. I know there's people throwing out other rumors to confuse some people who don't do any research and just run with shit. And to that, I say, haha. You know, you will learn. And that's the fun. That's the one great thing about being on YouTube. People will make you learn. You know, that's how this place works. You don't want to learn, they will make you learn. They'll make you learn by throwing out false narratives. And then when you run with it, people will be like, oh, they're an untrustworthy person. I'm not going to listen to them anymore. And I saw that in 2020. So that's why when I see that, I'm like, okay. Yeah, Rev's doing OnlyFans now. Sure. Rev's got a job now. It's funny. But like I said, I heard it as a rumor that they are in a place. But I would guess that by the end of the month, Shanny's going to be back with the video. Because remember, folks, she has literally 6 months she can go without making a Twitch video before Twitch takes her Twitch monetization away. So in theory, she could not make a video for 6 months. In theory. But if I were to guess, it'll be a month. I'm sure probably either the middle of November, I'll call it now. The middle of November, November 15th, or the end of November, she'll make a video again. Guarantee it. She can't go no more than 30 days. She's addicted, folks.
Oops. I guess she knows who you are, too. Funny thing about friends is they talk to each other. Maybe next time you should believe me when I say someone's my friend. But anyway.
Oh wow, cool, bro.
I'm a unicorn, baby. I'm a unicorn, and I got wings on my back.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a clap for Crash, not crap. Crap. Sorry. Thank you for the memberships, and congrats to the people who just won the members. Oh, Lucian, you got one. Awesome, bro. To any of the new people, Lucian has been a watcher and a supporter of mine for a minute, at least a year, I would say, when I was only getting like 20 people in here. Oh, Cindy, you got one too. Congratulations. So who got one? Lucian, Cindy. They would have rolled through the car wash. Yep. Exactly. And Patricia, awesome. Thank you, Crash. Well, you know who to thank. Yeah, that's it, right? Awesome. And Sunshine Kisses. Welcome. Thank you, guys. And thank you, Crash. I do appreciate the support. I do. And I hope everything is going okay with what you told me about your job. I hope everything's back to how it's normally.
Beautiful wings on my back. I'm a unicorn. A majestic creature that's a rarity. And I'm sorry I'm so late tonight. Oh, camera's not working. Anyway, I'm sorry I'm so late tonight, but I was having fun tonight. And yes, I enjoyed my fun. It was my Friday.
You know, it's interesting too that no matter how much she's actually changed, she's always had those warts and she's always been big. You know, that's never changed. The warts on the face and the weight have always been there. Just her hair, and she has more teeth here, which is very interesting. It was only a few years between this Shanny and the Shanny we see today. Definitely a very quick time for tooth decay, I would say. At this time in her age, you know, I don't know if it's once it got into her 30s, the teeth were just like, we're going. She don't brush, nasty. I mean, you see how she treats her children and how she cleans her house. So, you know, take that and apply that to brushing her teeth.
I have 2 days off after working 8 days in a row, and I'm happy about it.
She's so gigantic.
But let me tell you something. I just want to say sorry to people about my recent behavior lately. Because I did not realize I was going through the stages of grief. And I saw this one little comment on Dragnots. And it's...
Oh, okay. So here's a little clarification here. So this is Shanny, what I call being Shanny, you know? Her Shannyisms, getting in trouble for doing something nasty and having to apologize for it. She's been doing this for years. This ain't something new. This is something that we have all been seeing for years. It's just something that she just constantly does, always changing the narrative around and then deleting the videos. And then that's when, like I said, when people had to start archiving the videos so they would have proof, like, hey, you already said this before. And what someone said before, G-Man told me in my last talk with him that he thinks that Shanny's going to leave Rev, that it's just a matter of time. That she just wants to make sure that that house gets sold, gets the money, and then Rev's, she's going to leave him. I mean, I guess she doesn't need him to wipe her ass that bad.
I said, wow, if she only kept her videos, we could dialogue the stages of grief. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, wow. I have been experiencing the stages of grief. Didn't realize it. I had complete denial of it. Complete denial of it. You've seen the denial.
Oh, and I just want to say one more thing. People like this, what they call lolcows, to me is somebody who constantly goes online wanting sympathy and money and stuff and lies to her audience, doubles down, gets in trouble, says a racism or something disgusting, gets in trouble, deletes the video, and then starts over. Well, how many times do you think people online are going to let you do that before they start archiving it and just copying what you say just to have proof of it? And then in her mind, she thinks that that's harassment and bullying. So she gets more paranoid because people are just trying to keep a copy or an archive that you did say this. I'm not crazy, because we all second guess each other. And it's a constant frustrating thing. We just want the truth. And she thinks that we're just harassing her. We're just trying to show her what she said. Maybe she doesn't know. Maybe she is this mentally ill that she doesn't realize. Could be.
You've seen the anger. You've seen me begging.
Exactly, Brett.
Begging.
Hi, Monty.
Pleading.
What's up?
You have seen my stages of grief because I lost someone very special to me. Very special to me. He was my best friend. He was my best friend. And sometimes he was my only friend.
Yeah, you're right, Lucian. And right here, this is where Shanny was still good with G-Man at this point of their relationship. Well, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. He tells us what we think we want to hear. Definitely.
And he was my husband. And he was my children's daddy. And everything about him just disappears. Just boom. Out of nowhere. Could you imagine that shock to someone's system? Or how they'd react to it? How would you react if everything you lost everything all at once? Everything that you've ever wanted, you lose. Instantly. How would you react?
Wow.
I think a lot of you would react the same way I did.
Wow, this did not age well at all. Her talking about losing everything. If she only knew, folks, if she only knew in a few short years, she would know what losing everything actually feels like.
You would go through the stages of grief. You would go through the stages of grief. But then there's a lot of people who have been freaking horrible to me. Just straight up horrible. Not caring what I have to say. Or not caring what others are. And, it just comes to the point where you see your brothers picked on. The men. The men who actually are standing beside you. And
it sucks because people like her are the reason why no one has to look at everybody's side eye on the internet on what she considers caring, because what she considers caring to me is manipulation. Well, if you care about me, you'll look this over, you'll look past this. You won't talk about this abuse going on. You'll just yeah, that's not going on because you care about me. No, I could care about somebody, but when children are involved or other people are involved, now I need to look after them. I could still care about you. And to me, if someone really did care about her, they would have called this stuff out a long time ago. They would have said, no, for your own safety, for your own, to be a decent looking person, the optics of you being a good mother online is shitty right now. And unless you get these kids help and get them to a dentist and a doctor, you're going to look like shit. To me, that's more caring than hiding your secrets.
Have been kind to you and have been generous with you through this tough time. G-Man, he has been so completely generous and kind and caring to me. He has been so caring to me. What gift should I give him to show that I care about him back? I stuck up for him. I made myself the guinea pig
No, there's the
for him
pig.
and took on all that pain, because really, you guys don't even know what pain is. Like, your little backbiting of me, it doesn't even hurt me anymore. It really doesn't. You have no idea how painful it is to lose a best friend and a spouse and another best friend, and then all your stuff all at once. And then you act like I'm some horrible person because I'm trying to figure shit out. Because I'm trying to figure me out.
Yo, how long is it gonna take? That's all I want to know. How long is it gonna take for you to figure shit out? Are you still figuring shit out? And you know, it's so funny because she says like, "Oh, I lost a friend and my husband because my friend messed around with my husband." Yo, you were having phone sex. Just saying, that's still sex. That's still cheating.
Bobby B has just donated $10 through Super Chat. If only you knew how bad things really are.
Thanks, Bobby. I appreciate it. Right? Exactly, dude. If she only understood like what, you know, how bad things really are, how bad things could really get. I mean, I don't know. I think having to have people find out that CPS and the police had to come to your house because your kid's calling because your boyfriend beat up your son, that's pretty bad. Or that like you're on the news because the place you're living at for a couple months is condemned, that's even worse. It's just all this stuff. It's just they have, for Christians, they have the most strangest lives.
Me as a person. How would you figure yourselves out if you lost everything? All at once. I want to say sorry for my behavior, but at the same time, I'm not very sorry to Fiona. Because she reacted in a totally horrible, horrible manner. You know, she didn't understand what I was trying to say to her. She didn't understand. Instead, she blew up. She blew up my Google Hangout. Just blew it up with one message after another message. And this is why
Hey, Crystal War. Wow. What's up? It's been a while. It's been a bit. Is this new Ari? No, this is not.
I'm trying to sleep, by the way.
She
blew this all up when I was trying to get an extra hour of sleep.
Hey,
and this is me working for 8 days straight. Like, you didn't have to blow up at me for me just asking something.
It's only been a few minutes. It's all good.
You didn't have to blow up at me. You could have handled it in a more respectable and adult manner. Instead, you acted like a child.
Yeah, I feel like
And you know what? Some people are not qualified to talk about my mental illness or my mental state.
Why not?
I believe you're not qualified to say that stuff.
I mean, I personally, all right, it's my opinion. Just like you put your opinion out here, I put my opinion out here, and I'm not lying about it. So in my head, I think it's okay. It's justified. Just like if I said something stupid, some stupid shit online, I would expect a bunch of people to make videos about me, because it's like, why am I doing that? Oh, I'm doing it to get views and get clout and get money. That's why you're doing it. So yeah, that's what this is about. Stop it with the moral compass thing.
Because I keep my cool very much in most of my life.
Yeah, right.
See, what you don't understand, Two-Face.
Okay, Four-Face.
Is I use YouTube, and I have used YouTube as a venting tool for years. So I could go to work in a better mental state. So I could go and deal with my children in a better mental state.
Wow. So you were coming on here screaming racist comments, sexual comments, disgusting comments about wanting to see people's dicks and stuff, and you guys were looking for a third and all this. You were doing that because you had problems disciplining your kids? Yo, I don't know what's going on with you, Shanny, but that's gross, and I'm glad those kids are taken away from you, and I hope they never return.
See, sometimes it's good to vent, especially when your life is so freaking hard. My mistake is I was venting to YouTube.
Oh, this is when she
I
did
wasn't
work.
venting to a friend because I didn't know how to trust anyone. But now there's someone I know that I trust with all my heart. And Spackle, you are completely obsessed with me. You are completely obsessed with me. I'm sorry, Holy Spackle, but I rejected you, and I don't think we can be friends. You're two-faced. And you talk to someone very...
Who's she yelling at? She back then she would yell at everybody. Shanny, like, you know, there used to be a time where she would address people directly, but then she learned real quick, like she would just get jumped on. So she started to like address everybody as like one big thing instead of trying to do it individually and then you get jumped on. This way, if someone came at her, she didn't know what to say. She'd be like, I wasn't even talking about you. She still does it to this day.
Special of mine, trying to manipulate me into doing what you want me to do.
Sasquatch sightings.
Like I said, friends talk. But Holy Spackle, let me tell you, he can reel me in anytime. Thank you for that. Thank you for that so much. I enjoyed it a lot. So maybe you should shut your mouth.
You like that?
Because you don't know who you're talking to.
No.
Philly Guy donated $2 through Super Chat. 120 watching 30 likes? That math ain't mathing.
That math ain't mathing. Thanks, Philly Guy. I really appreciate it. Yeah, what's up, guys? Make sure you like, folks. Sometimes people forget or do it at the end, but thank you, dude. I appreciate it. But yeah, I am curious. Like I said, when you watch someone for a couple years, you do get curious. Like, so what's up with you? What's happening? I know her email. I have tried to email. G-Man said the only way he's able to get in touch with her was Cash App, and she wasn't responding. So I don't know. They must be in some situation where there is no internet or anything like that. Because if G-Man can't respond through Cash App to her, then I don't know how else anyone could at this point. But like I said, I'm predicting, maybe by the middle of this month or by the end, she'll be back. She has to.
See, both of us tonight have really figured out where your heart is and who you are as a person. I don't want to be your friend. I do not want to be your friend. Nope. I had my last friend sleep with my husband. Do you think I'm actually going to trust a female after that?
That's funny.
Oh, by the way, she's now saying, you know who you are. She's now saying, see, both of you should get help. Him for alcohol and you for your issues. You see how two-faced she is? Now she's trying to separate us by what she's saying. These people, these internet trolls.
I love that. I love that you can't have any opinion. You ever have you guys have a friend like that before in life where it's like basically you're walking on eggshells? You can't be like, oh, so you're gonna do that today, and they're like, well, you got a problem? And you're like, no, you do you. And you know what happens? Eventually you get sick of it, and one day it all just comes out in one big scary freak out moment. But I mean, come on. I hate people like this that can't just take a little bit of criticism. I think we all need some criticism time to time. You know, we all get caught up in things. It's natural. But I think it's unnatural for her to be like, oh, so my friend, yeah, she doesn't like the way I do things. But again, she cheated on her ex-husband first with Rev. Phone sex to me is cheating. It's still, you know, you're still getting off. So, okay, maybe she didn't physically touch him, but she was on the phone with Rev every night. Like every night. I mean, I don't know. To me, to a lot of people, that's already, you basically cheated. And then the phone sex confirmed it, and Chris got sick of it. I would have gotten sick of it a long time ago as well. I would have been like, stop talking to this guy while I'm at work all day.
What a shame you guys are. What a shame you guys are.
How old is this? Let's see. This is before Rev, or before she went to Rev's house in PA the first time. So I would say 2018, 2019, about maybe like around 2018, because she just had her divorce. So it's, you know, that just happened. And that's kind of when that all went down.
See, we will always talk to each other. We will always talk to each other.
Shanny's killer blood clot. What?
But yes, he can reel me in.
Hey, Carrie, what's up?
Oh, she just said, by the way, you know who you are. Talk to each other to a counselor. A Christian one. Maybe you shouldn't be judging people's mental states. You have no authority. You've taken absolutely no mental classes. You have no authority to diagnose me, especially since you've never given me a mental evaluation.
Oh,
what
no,
you
Chris.
were doing if you were actually working in a job and you did this, it would be illegal.
Yes, Chris.
Maybe I should ask you to get help than abusing people. Maybe I should ask you to stop being so judgmental.
So people are like, well, maybe you shouldn't do this. This is why this is happening to you. And she says, well, maybe you should stop being so judgmental. You see, can't take anything. You could make that criticism real nice, wrap it into a bow, put some sugar on it for her to like swallow it easier, but she's still gonna come and spit in your face. That's just Shanny for you, folks.
Or obsessive over people. That's what I do with my life, is none of your business. Shanny, you're putting it all out here on the internet. Okay, Mel.
Yeah.
Are two of you like girlfriends or something? Because you guys been sticking by to each other awfully a lot. I mean, Mel, I used to think of you as a Christian, but now
you see that? You see that when someone else sticks up for somebody, Shanny automatically thinks they're together, automatically goes to sex and sexual, and they're dating, and that's what she does, folks. Anything to avoid what people want to know, you know, try to confuse everybody. She does this all the time. She'll constantly be disgusting. Even G-Man said it, that she'll just be gross, you know. She even did it with me, like talking about that, how G-Man was giving her like the best dick ever and all that stuff. Just total bullshit, just to throw me off. You know what I mean?
Now I think of you as a troll. Yes, hence I asked you to get help, so don't get sued. Aw, that's okay though. You can say I can get help. I don't care what you have to say. Maybe I should get some popcorn. Myron, get some popcorn. I've worked 8 days straight. It's time for me to have a little fun here. You want to get it all out? I don't care. Get it all out. Melly's hot stuff. Laugh out loud. The holy spackle is a nice kid. Ew. A younger old lady thing. That's just...
Yeah,
reading your Bible and praying doesn't cut it. Oh, really? Because that's an act of faith. I thought it was our faith that hold us, counted as righteous.
Well, it's not your belt holding you.
Maybe talk to some qualified to help. Maybe you should shut your mouth and stop trying to put crazy as a label to me. What's wrong? You think with people with mental illness, they have problems in life? They can't figure out life for themselves? They're completely incapable of dealing with things? Maybe in your case, but my case, it's kind of different.
I love this. I love how she was just like, I don't care what anybody says. I use YouTube as a platform when I'm mad and want to beat up my children and smack them around and throw my mom down the stairs. I just yell into the ether that is YouTube. And then when people yell back, she's like, what's your problem? Why would you say that to me? Keep your judgments to yourself. Like, what? Then why are you here? How about go in the closet and just pretend to be talking to someone and talk to nobody? This way you don't get no criticism. I don't understand her. Like, she wants criticism, but like, you know, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. My God, your husband left you even though you cheated first. Oh my God, you poor big thing. I'm sure you'll find another guy. You'll find a whole. I'm sure there's one of those in Scranton, PA, waiting for you to take all his money and spend it all.
Is it your faith to tell lies? No, it's completely
Yeah,
not
exactly,
in my
guys.
faith to tell lies, and I told no lies. You're having a hard time. Yeah, I am having a hard time. Why do you have to keep reminding me that I am having a hard time? Maybe some people don't want to talk about these things.
She wants
Maybe
the right
they just want to
sympathy.
keep that part of their life private. Ever thought about that? No, I see you create harm. I see you being nothing but obsessive troll. It clearly isn't that different. Nah, I'm an ageist. I'm an ageist, not interested in anyone under 55. Ooh, that's lovely. Ew. You made your kid cry on camera. Don't blink, Shanny.
Whoa.
Only because he's autistic and he misheard what I said.
Whoa, screw you all day. Wow, wow. I know, guys, please, folks, anyone out who has children, please disregard that. I will apologize for this behemoth. She knows not what she says.
And if you didn't see it on camera, as soon as he cried, I was hugging my baby.
What? Oh my God. As soon as that happened and I ended the stream and said that someone's gonna get in trouble now, yeah, I was hugging him. Yeah. Sure, folks. Sure. After you were kicking him.
Shut your mouth, you stupid troll. Who the hell do you think you are telling me what I should do with my kid? Who the hell do you think you are telling me what I should do with my kid? I hugged my kid because he was crying. You're gonna call me a shitty bad mother for that? You've never had kids, bitch. You've never had kids, so you wouldn't even know why a kid would cry or not.
What?
Remember that.
What?
Well, don't have to be horrible to others while you whine on the internet. Well, maybe you should mind your own business and let me be who I am. Ever think about that, girlfriend?
Wow. Wow. I don't know what to say to that. So she's like, hey, if you don't have kids, then you don't know why they cry. They cry, Shanny, because you abuse them. They cry because they're hungry. It's not that hard. They want your attention and you're too busy giving it online because you were online like 24/7, right? 12-hour streams about nothing, talking about your bullshit all day. It hasn't changed, but like, oh my God, you don't need to have a child to know what a child's crying about, especially when they're like crying, "Leave me alone, mom." Ooh,
I don't think you see that I've held back. You've been awful. So? And you've been awful. You're two-faced. You talk behind people's backs. And you psychoanalyze people, and that's awfully crazy to psychoanalyze someone you don't even fucking know. What's wrong with you? It wouldn't be, ooh, I were my age. So I'll be the one Christian who says to get help. You didn't stop your hate. Oh well. Oh well. I don't care what you have to say. Maybe it's none of your business, and maybe you don't know if I'm getting help or not.
You're not.
Maybe you don't know. And maybe I don't care what your opinion of telling me to get help is. Maybe I don't want to help. Maybe I just want to deal with this by myself. Ever think about that? Or are you so judgmental you can't see through things?
Well, that's the weird part. Get awkward. She had 750K. She could have had gold teeth, or silver teeth. At this point, seriously, maybe if she would have stopped with the Jeffree Star makeup and the and all the Venmos and all the Cash Apps and all the here's $500 to go after somebody and attack them because they have bad opinions on me. Maybe she didn't spend money like that all day. Maybe she could have had some decent veneers.
Well, I don't know how it's too Christian, so I'm a nasty person while asking for money, then accusing others of crying, then crying again. So bipolar acting.
Renee, weren't you like a couple weeks ago saying how much you loved me? It kind of shows how two-faced you were. See, all you guys were doing, egging me on and pretending I was your friend. You just wanted information, so you could go brag about it with people behind my back, like you did with a friend of mine. He tells me everything, by the way. Everything.
G-Man?
He misheard you, and you were like, meh.
No, actually, I hugged him. You're just misreading what happened, because you're a bitch.
Get help.
How about you stop judging me?
That's unfair. You should never attack someone for not having kids.
Well, she shouldn't be attacking me for what I do with my kid. How about that?
You do
Mental
nothing.
illness is a thing. Get some help.
And you're not qualified to say if I have a mental illness or not, Holy Spackle. I think maybe you do have a mental illness too. Obsessive compulsive disorder, because you can't seem to get it through your thick head that I don't want to be your friend or I care what you have to say.
Wow. Okay, so... And she's right. This person's right, at least. Mental illness is bad, and if left untreated. And she was having mental illness while having to take care of these kids, yell at them, and her parents were sitting there at the time, not knowing what to do, not knowing how to help her. And it wasn't until her parents just had enough and kicked her out is when she went to Rev. But believe me, I wonder what she would have done if Rev would have said, "You know what? I can't deal with this. I just can't have you come here to my house." I mean, that's pretty bad on Rev's part. I'll just say, it's not like they just met and fell in love naturally, and then she was like, "Here's my children." No, she literally showed up at his house because she had no choice. That is not love, folks. That's desperation.
I'm just doing this right now for the lulz.
Calling Criddle crazy.
Okay, well, leave me alone and let me do my life the way I want to do it. How about not telling me what to do?
What to do?
There are a lot of reasons that people don't have kids.
Well, unfortunately, there's a lot of reasons why I have my kids, and I'm determined to have my kids, and I love my kids, and I protect my kids, and my kids are none of your damn business. How about that? How low these people are where they're attacking me through my children. You see the morality of these people? It's disgusting. Let's continue exposing them.
Zup.
Then maybe we should all ice you out, 'cause you aren't that special. I am special. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Jesus Christ loves me.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm obviously special enough where you can't leave me alone.
I'm trying to say to him straight up and get help. Delusional, no, pretty much.
I know.
Well, no one cares what you have to say, obviously. Obviously, you telling people what to do doesn't really help your situation. I mean, seriously, Holy Spackle, why are you such a control freak? You're a control freak. You're kind of worse than Ran. At least Ran just says, you straighten up or you're going to hell. You just want to control people. What are you, my handler? Because I don't want any handlers, so no means no, right? Oh, wait. You think it's okay for people to touch people without permission. I forgot.
There's nothing I say privately that I wouldn't say publicly.
Oh, look at it. You see that little manipulation, that little reverse psychology there? See, they want to get information from me. They don't understand that I want to keep my life private. So, keep on.
Oh, Danica, hey. Is this the first time you're a sub or not sub, a Remember? Oh, you did that again. Crash. Oh, okay. I see that. Thank you, Crash. So congrats, Danica, Lovely Beach, Garfield, like Garfield. Hey girl, hey was gifted. Hey girl, lucky you. What's up? And Meredith, Goodwin. Congrats. You have Crash to thank for that. Thank you, Crash. I appreciate it. And I'm sure they do too. And I was waiting for Brett's thing to come up. You guys never know, you know. You should always be in the what we call the members lottery. I don't know if this is gonna show up, Brett, but it's gonna say Shady. Oh, here we go.
$800. I spent $100.
He-Man gave me the best dick the other day. It was so good.
$800. I spent.
Oh, come on, play it. I bet it is, Brett. I bet it is. Let's continue. Thank you, bro.
You gossips. I do depression and anxiety. Well, good for you. Whoopee-doo, join the club. She tried to help you and other tried to care, and you were nasty to all of them and sad. You're sad. Have you not heard? Maybe I don't want help from people I don't even know over the internet. Ever think about that? I bet you don't. I also need to learn to spell publicly. Yeah, you probably do. Okay, Cartman.
Oh. Hold on. I just saw some broken teeth there.
Okay, Cartman.
Oof. You see that? Hold on. Let me get rid of the. Let me get rid of this for a second. Well, Danica, then you're lucky. Oof. Okay, so you can see the beginnings of the tooth deteriorating. But yeah, that's good. That's awesome, Danica.
Anyway, sorry, my Cartman impression. I do what I must. Anyway, I did try. Actually, I was trying to figure out how to help you. Now go be Ma.
Well, thank you, bro.
Hey, at least I am a mom. Oh.
Hey, Patty.
And again, Holy Spackle, I don't want your help. I find you two-faced. And I find you obsessive about me. I've told you, I don't want to be your friend. Please go away.
Yeah, right?
I have no doubt that you love your kids. I didn't bring up your kids.
Yeah, you kind of did bring up my kids because you went along with Holy Spackle.
Jesus loves Fiona.
I know, Jessica. If they're sleeping outside, at least it is warm over there. It was freezing, though, that one day. When it first happened, it was like 25, 30 degrees. But now it was like 70-something. So, yeah, they're lucky if they had to sleep outside for now. But like you said, you know, winter is coming, folks.
Yeah, Jesus loves Hitler, too. Doesn't make Hitler a very good person, now does it?
What? What?
Go ahead and work things out, but please don't attack others.
I can say whatever I want. It's my channel. You came to my channel trying to get in my business. Hi, I'm ShannyForChrist. Don't piss me off. When are people going to learn that about me, I swear? It's like watching a one-woman circus.
Exactly.
Sad. I know. It's so sad. I like to entertain and educate people. It's so sad that I do that. How dare I?
Yeah, I haven't seen this one. One woman circus.
How dare
I haven't seen this one.
Spackle, a control freak. That's news.
Oh, trust me. She's a serious control freak when it comes to me. Hey, Spackle.
You want to be my sugar mama? I know how much you like me. Ooh. Super Jim, practice what you preach. You practice what you preach. All you care about is what people about God have to say. Practice your atheism. If you really don't believe in God, don't have anything to do with God. It's pretty stinking easy. But then again, you're an atheist, so your morality is... Anyway. That's reverse psychology. I don't want any information from you. Huh. I think you do.
Oh, hey, Lockalani? Yeah, I was asked to show some of these older clips. They're like, you know, I want to see some of these older clips. I mean, and it doesn't matter if you watch the older clips, the newer clips, it's the same Shanny. It's funny though. I mean, some of it's disturbing, but a lot of it is funny because she always, every video she'll make, it's always like, oh my God, this sucks. I'm at the end of my rope here. But then, you know, it just gets worse, and it just always gets worse. But yeah, thanks for hanging out.
God be true and every man a liar. And I see your fruits. So, you know what? I'm not casting
Right.
my pearls among you, swan. Huh.
Count the teeth.
So get help, right? Because you're causing wreckage. There you go, being a control freak again, holy spackle. Keep telling me to get help. It's none of your business if I'm getting help or not, frankly. You're just obsessive about me. You don't even know if I'm getting help or not. You don't even know it. But
She
you're
wasn't.
judging it like I'm not. God, you're stupid. And judgmental. And accusatory. I did a Brett Keane there. Anyway. She uses a mix in crying voice when she literally cries on camera daily. You wanted my money. Did I ask you personally, Renee, for your money? Because I really didn't. Okay? I don't know.
I love how she always has an answer for like everything.
I don't know how to be kind to you. Well, good. I don't want you to be kind. I don't like you. I don't want to be your friend. Please go away. So sad. It is sad. You guys are obsessed with me. Shanny, do you have a church you go to? I don't need to know that, but if you do, perhaps you should talk to the pastor. How do you know I didn't talk to a pastor already?
Because they would have told you to get some help. I would think so. And you're too lazy to go to church.
How do you know I didn't talk to a minister? How do you know? Do you? No, you don't, because you're stupid. And accusatory. And liars. Whining, not mixing. At least you would have been a good mom. Oh, is that you saying I'm not a good mom? I do everything for my children.
What is that? Name something.
A good mom doesn't work 8 days straight.
8 days
For her
straight.
well-being, trust me.
If you were working 8 days straight, then how the hell were you streaming? Make that make sense.
I do it for my children. Jason, yep, she's great. She's all yours. Good luck, Shanny. You're dead to me. Oh, she just murdered me in her heart. You see that, Jason? She murdered me in your heart. She murdered me in her heart.
Hey, Charlie girl, what's up?
That's a fine believer in Christ there. Killing people in their hearts. Dead. Dead peace in Maranatha. Wow. You see that darkness in that soul there? What a phony. What a phony. You're such a phony.
So are you.
Ooh, someone doesn't like it when she loses her control. That's funny. Doesn't make you a very good person comparing Fiona to Hitler. It doesn't make you a very good person to tell someone what they need to do either. This is kind. Peace out. Later, you're probably gonna come back though. You're obsessed with me. I hate to say it, but it's true. There's not Pine single redeeming quality about this. There's not Pine. There's not one single redeeming quality about this cow.
Oh wow, Shannon, you were to talk about someone's vocabulary or lack
Should I say
thereof.
calling someone a cow is a redeeming quality? Or do you not see the hypocrisy in your own words? It's kind of bittersweet. It's kind of opposite spectrum, what you had to say there. Kind of funny, too. If you don't want people commenting, don't have the live chat. Actually, I was
Right?
hoping that you guys would comment on this one. Public eye sucks, doesn't it? I've always been in the public eye. It doesn't suck. It is what it is. I just don't like being annoyed all the time. Go figure, a human being doesn't like to be ridiculed all the time. I believe Jesus said, treat others as you would yourself.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And thou shalt not judge, for every measure you judge, it shall be met. So basically, I'm just throwing back your own judgment at you and telling you the truth.
And you know what, Crystal Water, that one really gets me. Like, I get it. She had, you know, arguments with her siblings, but I don't care. I don't give a shit if my dad kicked me in the face the last time I saw him. I would still go to his funeral, just out of the whole respect for the whole thing. I mean, I wouldn't need to go up and make any type of speech if I really didn't like the guy, but I would definitely just, you know, be there. You know, especially how she was always given this narrative that she had a better relationship with her dad than with her mom. But then she doesn't go to the funeral or when he's dying or anything. Doesn't go to the hospice, doesn't give money to the hospice, never. She didn't even know they were in hospice. The trolls told her. How bad is that? You know, it's kind of funny how Shane talks about the trolls, but to me, to what I've seen, the quote unquote trolls are the ones that have helped her family. The only person that hasn't helped her family is her.
I'm not attacking anyone. You guys are doing this yourself. Let's continue. Man, oh man. Right. You're a carnival of freaks, other one. You can't live what you preach. Actually, I am living what I preach. I can't be perfect at it, but I am living it. But I'm not going to boast of things that I do, because that's not my purpose. It may be your purpose, because you don't know any better, but whatever. Put your thoughts out on the web, and people reply. So weird. Yeah, I know. It's like the internet or something. She does want the live chat rolling. It's the only thing she has left. Yes, it's the only thing I have left. How dramatic of a statement that was.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
Unicorn extraordinaire. Good grief, she's flapping her waddle around again. What is the second great commandment, Johnny? Treat others as you would yourself.
Yeah, but you don't do that either.
If I'm being a bitch, I want people to tell me I'm being a bitch. I want people to tell me the truth. Better than being comforted with a lie, I guess. I'm gonna close the door. 1 minute.
Whoa, be careful there. Man, hear those many locks on that door? Sex dungeon, folks. She got chains and whips up there. What was that spin all about?
Just a new flash.
That was silly.
No one will ever love her, so she needs the negative attention. I feel bad for her. Oh, no one will ever love me? That's not what a person just said over the phone with me. I mean, they just said that over the phone.
Well, yeah, because you manipulated him. Congrats. You manipulated a moron.
Me. So I know I'm loved, and I'm loved by my children, and I'm loved by Jesus, and I'm loved by my mom and dad, and I'm loved by my brothers and sisters.
Ooh. Ooh, that one really didn't age well. Man, I gotta clip this whole video.
And I'm loved by other people. Maybe you won't ever love me, but that's just self-reflection right there. Sorry.
I know, she put on a lot of weight.
Cool, we're swine now. Oink. See, they admitted. Having a swine time in the old time tonight. Melagris Fellis, the supposed Christian, is now calling her swine. Oink, oink, oink. All the things you are daily. You see how they keep, wanting more, needing more? Old Town, darn this keyboard. You begged for money like you begged for men on the internet. I mean, technically it was 2 guys, so I would say beg for men. I mean, more accurately, I didn't technically beg either. I asked.
You asked what? Can they take care of me? I don't know. To me, that's big. Drive into a guy's house with your kids and like, here, make this sad face to show new daddy that that we need his money. I mean, we need his love. Are you serious? You used your kids and you probably put them in ripped clothes in front of Rev's house and we're like, we need help, please.
But you have to spin a word around to make it sound worse than what it really was, because you're desperate. Have some self-respect. No, you're not good at anything. Get well soon.
I would say it has to be before 2019 because Shanny and Rev got together like 2018, 2019, like officially together when she drove to his house, and they were kind of together ever since. So that was the time. She was still living with her parents at this point, and they were getting sick of her.
Have some self-respect. No, you're not good at anything. Get well soon. You see the hypocrisy in those words right there? You're not good at anything. Get well soon. This is from Renee, by the way. This Renee Nini. That's what she's saying. Now, she may lie and say she didn't say it, but she's obviously saying it. Though Theo Wolf Inkson. Renee, is it even worth it anymore?
Oh, Philly guy, thank you so much. I just noticed my thing didn't give me a notification, but thank you, Philly guy. I appreciate the cash app.
And Renee Nini said, no, she was never worth it, but yet you continue. And Vince Velko's like, bullseye. Jim W, killing people in their hearts. Is that a kind of like blocking them? No, blocking is I don't want to talk to you right now. That's what blocking is.
Not now or ever.
The best and worst thing we can do for her is let her talk to the wall instead of continue on. Another dramatic statement. God, guys. You think this is like some kind of weird freaking like science experiment? Gosh, I'm just talking to you guys. You guys are just saying the mean things. I'm just responding back. Because you guys called me a coward. You guys don't know what pain is. This dream
yeah, and you will.
I don't get it, Kevin. Then frogs. It's not even Wednesday, my dude. No, it's not. I'm sure I'm going to be the talk of the town. That's okay.
You were. You still are.
All praise. None of the top tech dude, Shanny. Did you watch the Genius video about him and Fiona? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, this is my one pet peeve, folks. My one pet peeve. I hate it when any content creator has to cow chew. It's like, come on, can you just wait until the friggin' stream is done and then cow chew your food? You know what I mean? Like, I hate it when people, like, I mute if I'm to even take a sip of a drink, and I've noticed I don't drink like carbonated drinks anymore, so I don't burp. Like, I have learned a lot, you know, and I think that's what YouTube is, or just internet is all about, just learning what works and what doesn't. But with that being said, having someone, oh my god, it's just annoying.
Yep. And I did more than that. Well, that's private. You don't need to know that part.
Ew.
That's between me and him.
Cringe. Stop eating.
So why are you still not up on her then? Because she's a two-faced bitch, that's why. That's why. Because she thinks she can say whatever she wants at someone. That's why.
She seems to be, Brett.
So she thinks she can go blow someone's phone up
Oh, okay.
at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's
I
why.
thought she was going to
should
say
know
something else.
the difference between American time and Scottish time. She did that shit on purpose. We must procure the...
Yeah, like, seriously, Charlie, like, to me, like, the mukbangs are so disgusting. You know, it's like, I don't want to watch somebody eat, you know, it's just gross.
Oates brother. Oh, I don't care. Do what you need to do, man. I'll be laughing. I mean, seriously. At least the psycho bitches are gone.
Right.
Gosh. Oh, one of them back, Mel. You can turn your phone off. I don't turn off my...
Get awkward. I don't know if you watched my last video when I was talking to G-Man. But that was their old friend. But he said in the house that they were living at that the neighbors are glad that they're gone. They said that it would smell around there, that it would be loud, they constantly would be fighting. And so it's quiet again, and they love it. They don't want them back.
iPhone. Because you never know when someone is in trouble and needs to have, you know, someone to talk to. Sorry, I care too much about people to then turn off my phone. Bad shit happens in the world. I got watchers who are...
Yeah, right. He had the Pepto. Every time he'd eat, he had the Pepto-Bismol in a bottle.
my friends. If stuff goes down, I want to know. You know? They're going to get a hold of me if something happens. You know? So I'm going to leave my phone on for the watchman's sake. You have a problem with that?
Yeah.
Or,
It's gross.
you know, is there something wrong with keeping your phone on due to emergencies?
Yeah.
You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's being very generous. Plus, I work. I'm a mandated reporter. So, really...
Mandated reporter?
What if my work called and there was an emergency at my work and I needed to come in?
Didn't graduate high school, folks. Didn't even get the good enough diploma. Okay? I mean, and you know what? People don't need to graduate high school. You know what? I have a GED. It's cool. It's casual. Because I also have ADD. And at the time when my high school was insane. But I went to college. You don't need to graduate, but as long as you take the initiative to get the diploma right after, I think that's what counts. So I will never dismiss having a GED. What I do dismiss is not having nothing at all. And then claiming that you have all these college courses under your belt. Big belt too, folks.
I would know that if I turned off my phone, would I? I care about my job.
She did. She did. She did. At this time, right before she got with Rev, she did work. Because Shanny's like that. If there's no one else around to take care of her and wipe her butt, you better believe she's going to make an attempt to do that. But at this point, her parents weren't giving her money. She was using her dad's truck, and she had to do the work. But after she got with Rev, never worked since. Or hasn't worked since.
You're the one complaining about the messages at 3 a.m. Well, it wasn't more of a complaint as I'm not going to deal with that. She should have known better. Now you're on this crusade against Fiona. I made 3 videos. That's not a crusade.
Well, I'll say this. If she can't even take an hour and a half to stream without shoving her face with some sort of foods, that's a problem.
Not even a crusade.
I don't even know what she's eating. Looks like butter. Straight up
You
butter.
can turn off and on certain things like G+. You can turn off notifications. I think there were 6. I don't care. Pudding, do you like butterscotch flavor? Yes, I do. I love butterscotch. Butterscotch is delicious.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Charlie. Where are Doug's parents? To tell you the truth, and I've been looking, I don't even know where Doug is. And I'm not gonna believe Scammy because she lies about everybody. Oh, that's a good thumbnail picture. But I'm not gonna believe her, and because she's allegedly says that Doug's a meth head, this and that. But I think at least him, Doug, and his parents should know that his kids and their grandchildren, their biological children, are in foster care. I think they should just at least know that's what's going on right now. Hopefully maybe they reached out. I don't know. Who knows? But that's what I hope is the case. At least they are just aware of it. If they're aware of it, they still don't show up and they're pieces of shit grandparents and a piece of shit father. They're a dime a dozen, but at least they would know. And then, you know what? And then it's left up to them from there. A good statement.
These drama queens. It's so dramatic. Make a couple videos about someone and they act like it's the worst thing you could possibly do. Big babies. They don't like to take the heat.
Especially nowadays.
Babies. Amateurs. King Gorgon. I like King Gorgon. Everyone blows things out of proportion on the internet, right? Right? It's for dramatics. Hooray for gaslighting. Hooray for being you. This is so good.
She's always eating.
I don't exactly call it gaslighting. I'd be more like testing the spirits. It doesn't even make sense. You don't even make sense. I don't even know who you are. Why are you trying to act like you know me? You don't know me.
You know, it's so funny when this person makes hundreds of videos about their personality, how they treat their kids, how they treat their spouse and their boyfriend and anyone else they come into contact with, their parents. And then when someone watches hours and hours of these videos, and then when they finally get to talk to her, they're like, well, why don't you just do this? Good constructive criticism. And she'll say, you don't know me. You don't know. Well, they know you pretty well. More than you know them. That's for sure.
I mean, these people, how fucking stupid they are. They act like they know me, but they don't. Because you're live streaming. Big whoopie do. It doesn't mean that you know me.
Unless you're lying.
In fact, I don't know who you are. But yet you're acting like you know me. I never seen you before except from yesterday.
Ew. Ew.
No,
Ew. Yo, is it me? Did you guys see that too? She's like dropping food all over the place while she's eating.
No.
Pig.
Yes, you are.
Pig.
What gives you a nerve to talk to me like that? You don't know me. Why would you talk to someone like that you don't know? It's awfully rude, don't you think?
On this potato camera. Look, she keeps dropping stuff.
It's what live streams for. Or maybe live streams are for what the person who's live streaming intends it to be. Welcome to the internet. Well, I've been on the internet for about 20 years now.
20 years.
I think I know how it goes.
20 years, even though like YouTube came around not until like 2008. This is like 2000, maybe 18, 19. So literally this is 10 or 11 years. And this idiot is saying that she's been on YouTube 20 years.
Thank you, King Gorgon. People seem to think that when someone says something
Remember, folks, she has the brain of United States presidents.
on the internet, they automatically know your entire life and everything you've been through as a person. Sad, really. I know, right? I know. You know what I wonder, though, King Gorgon? I wonder the events they play in their head about you. Fascinates me. I messed up drinking caffeine before bed. I'm the same way, man. That's why I'm doing this live stream is I had an energy drink.
She's all
around
wired.
8 o'clock.
Just
And
make
I
her
can't go back
eat.
to sleep. I can't go to sleep. At all. And I should be sleeping.
Yeah.
But I can't.
So I guess when she's not sleeping, then she's eating, you know. She's like, I can't sleep, so I'm just gonna live stream and eat all night.
That's when you can't sleep. And I'm having a Diet Coke, so that doesn't really help here. So you have this non-existent beef with Fiona based on nothing. Really, you won't stop talking about it. Actually, you won't stop talking about it. You're the one who's bringing it up.
You know, just like how she just said right here. No, that's a good one. Just like how she just said right there, drinking a Diet Coke is probably not helping. Okay, it's the same thing she does with everything else. She sees the problem, instead of fix the problem, she makes it worse. Just apply that to her kids, her job, her friendships, her lifestyle, her relationships with her parents or siblings, everything. Same shit.
Or maybe that's a self-reflection. You guys keep talking about it. Because you're obsessed with it.
Stop eating.
That's why you guys are called talking shit. Because all you do is talk shit.
And all you
'Cause
do
you're
is
shit.
eat it. Gross.
Now everyone in the CCP is all up in a snit over it. Hey, you asked why I'm here. Once you stop talking shit about my friends, they'll probably leave. I'll say whatever the hell I want to say.
Ew.
And I love how you calling these people your friends. Have they ever mentioned you in a video before? If they haven't, they're not really your friend.
Wow.
And you know,
That's how she bases friends, folks. If they mention her in videos, then they're not your real friends because they didn't talk about you in their YouTube drama videos.
I mean, you know these people. Whatever. King Gorgon. I think people are just rude on the internet because that's how they get their frustration out from work and stuff, and to get their daily white knight in. Right? I think so too.
Yeah. I want to point this out because I don't think no one's really pointed this out. I pointed this out when I talked to Shanny that one time, and she kind of ignored it. She has a wasp tattoo. I've seen these before. Those certain people, you know, like you would see them at like those tough bars. You know what I mean? They had this tattoo on their hand, on their finger, and it's a wasp tattoo. And if you don't know that, please look it up. But she has that. That's what's on her finger, and she tries to claim that that's not what it is, but that is exactly what it is. That's what it looks like, and that's the spot where the people put it. So, you know, there's that.
I think so too. People on the internet are so selfish and self-centered. They don't see the human beings.
Damn, those are big. Those are big. Whoa, look at that finger. Oh my God, that knuckle. Oof.
Oh my veggies. They don't keep coming. Cuts both ways. Well, good. You can waste your time talking to someone you don't even like. That's kind of stupid. I mean, you can move on and actually talk to your friend, but instead you're talking to someone that doesn't even like you, and you don't like. How productive.
And you're about to drink that Diet Coke that has 100 milligrams of caffeine, and you're trying to go to sleep. How productive. Yeah, do it.
Whatever. I'm just here for the entertainment. I'm giving up on taking YouTube life seriously. Right? Why take YouTube life seriously? It's full of idiots.
Yeah, I'm walking at one.
Who are willing to do anything for views. They don't really care about you. They do it for the views. That's their thing. They're nuts.
You know what? I resent that comment, because if I was quote unquote nuts, and I can only speak for myself, then I'd be going after all these other crazy ass people. And I don't have to tell you folks, I'm sure you've been watching other channels. There's some crazy ass people doing some crazy ass things right now. I'm just not getting involved. I don't deal with them crazy ass people because they're fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I keep it moving. I mainly look at this person because she did abuse her children, and we've known about it for years, and now it all came out, and it's like a big deep dive into her lifestyle and G-Man, anyone else who was helping them or associating with her and all that. But I mainly try to shine a light on people who abuse kids, not just people who have, mental illness. Like, yeah, okay, ha, you're mentally ill. To me, that's kind of, there's a difference between someone who's hurting people and low-hanging fruit. You know what I mean?
King Gorgon, genuine toad sucker. I hate Feet King. Jim W. 3 little words. I was wrong.
Oh,
it's easy.
Not
just
like
say
that.
I was wrong. There. Happy. Not you, Cloud Jim. That's a genuine toad sucker to so say.
That's not what I'm talking about. Are we not crazy for watching that? Well, I mean, that's a tough one. That's she escaped CPS so many times, and that is true. That is true. I know CPS will say, well, you know what they said to someone I know? They said that they are overworked. Because I know mandated people that work with CPS to try to make sure that this time that she wasn't going to get away with it and that she wasn't going to slip through the cracks. Oh, you damn right. You damn right that I made sure. And what they told me is that they're overworked, especially in Pennsylvania. They have people burning kids with cigarettes in Pennsylvania, and that's that's unfortunate, but it's true. They have people in Pennsylvania, kids 10 years old, turning tricks, doing drugs, know every ins and outs of sex and everything. And like me, I was like, it wasn't until I was about 13 that I knew anything when it comes to that. But in Pennsylvania, 10 years old, they are so advanced, and it's so unfortunate, and I hate it. I feel like this really takes away from a kid's childhood when some nasty piece of shit just takes their childhood away because they have some disgusting thing going on in their brain. But with all that being said, I get that they're overworked, but these kids were reported, and I think it should be like like baseball, 3 strikes and you're out. You know what I mean? Just a little. Well, I'll go with that too, Shaza. I have my good days and my bad.
Cloud Strife, I know, King. Just lighten it up for me. Oh, yup. Okay. How about it, brah? How about it? But usually people who get addicted to me on my channel, let me just say, they learn to love me instead of hating me. So, Jim, you're going to be my greatest fan.
Well, you know what, Talia? I feel like I could watch this, and what this does to a lot of people, this is what I call the Shanny effect, where you watch this and all of a sudden you want to clean your house. You get this a big spurt of energy. It could be in the middle of the night. I don't know when anyone is watching this. They'll just be like, oh my God, I have the urge to clean my house and then make sure my kids' rooms are clean. And maybe clean the siding outside and make sure my lawn looks nice. Like, you'll start looking at everything in a different way. This lolcow totally goes inside 90% of people who watch this, their minds, and they go, oh my God, do I look like this? This is really bad. I don't want to look like this. All right, let's make sure that the kids' doctor's appointments are all up to date. Let's make sure everything else is up to date. Let's make sure the house looks good, because it does jump you back to like, oh my God, I should make sure that, before I even look at this person badly, that I'm doing better. I call it the Shanny effect, and it works 90% of the time. So many people have told me privately how they changed their life around by watching one of my videos or watching another creator's videos cover Shanny, and I love it, because anything to have people have a better life is okay in my book.
Well, actually, no. I give that title to Glue. Glue is just obsessed about me. Silver Lining, I don't hate you. I know, Silver Lining, you're sweetie pie. I love you. I love you, Silver Lining.
Yeah.
Hey, Silver, what about me?
That's
I
good.
love you, King Gorgon, and you, Cloud Stripe, too. I love you guys. Thanks. Laugh out loud, see? It's that easy. You can be spreading love around, but instead you spread the hate. King Gorgon, I'm not a toe sucker, I promise. Shame.
Brett, what is up with that devil face, man? I hope you're being good, man. Dude, you're old enough to be my kid. But make sure you're not spray painting the neighbor's house. I don't want you to be spraying penises and balls, but if you do, make sure you put enough hair. That's the problem when people spray paint penises and balls on garage doors. They don't put enough ball hair on it.
I sure like that toe sucker.
I'm kidding.
Hard.
You want to eat better. Exactly, Aaron.
Oh.
And shower.
Like,
Right,
seriously. You see how, like, as soon as I started this, they came in to, like, vengefully attack me, and then I'm like, whatever, man. Say what you want. And they all went away. It's okay.
No, Earth and Moon. I'm gonna start doing a classic scammy series. Anytime from now on, if you see on my description, if it says classic scammy, that's classic ShannyForChrist. We're gonna watch an old video and go through it and see how she's not changed and only has gotten worse. A couple people on my members and in my Discord asked me to do a classic series, and I'm fine to do that. I just have to do it every few days, but I'm totally fine with it. So this is part one of my classic scammy for Christ series.
That's so funny.
But thanks for asking.
They run away from me, and all I was doing was telling the truth. But I love the shock that Holy Spackle had. Oh, by the way, bro, I'm sorry for the hell you're probably getting at this moment from her, but you probably don't care because you knew I was probably going to say something about that anyway. And the cool thing is no one knows except you, me, and the Holy Spackle. That's the cool thing.
Ken who?
King Gorgon. Look how people there is a certain 5 people that dislike every new.
Yeah, dude, you talking about You leave Barbie's boyfriend alone, man. He doesn't even have a penis.
Video. Oh, that's Thick Shades. That's Thick Shades right there. I don't know what to think about you and the Fiona thing. Sorry for the F word. But I actually like talking to you, so I think things settle down about this. Dude, the whole Fiona thing was starting to teach her a lesson about how nasty she is to others. And how she spends hours and hours.
Oh, yeah. I'll just say this again. Someone asked me about this I think about around 20 minutes ago. And I'm going to address this as a rumor because people who don't, we're going to learn quickly. You have to say that something's a rumor, because if you go and say something is fact and people find out that it's not fact, no one will ever believe you ever again. I've seen it many times. With all that being said, I heard a rumor. I know this ain't Umbrella Academy, but I heard a rumor that Shanny and Rev are in that place. In Gary Street in Pennsylvania, and that someone took the animals. This is what I heard, but again, until I get more physical proof, I'm going to address that as a rumor. This way, take it with the grainest of salt. But I am predicting that Shanny will come back either the 15th of the month or the end of the month. But I know for certain she needs to come back before 6 months. Otherwise, her Twitch monetization goes away. So she'll definitely be back way before then. But I'm just saying, she does have a time limit. Otherwise, she doesn't want that money to stop. Believe me, that's the only money she has right now.
Hours talking crap about other people who she says are her friends.
Yeah, the hotel is gone.
See, real friends don't talk about their friends like that. Real friends forgive their friends and talk to their friends, not talk behind their back, and are around people who like to talk behind their back and laugh about them talking behind their back. Real friends take care of each other. So screw Fiona.
Yeah. Well, you would probably let me know.
I don't want to be her friend because how she treated G-Man. Sorry. Laugh out loud. YT is essentially high school drama. You're right. You're very right it is.
Oh, yeah, right.
It is so high school drama. And I'm so sick of being stuck in high school. I don't want to be in high school right now. I need to be dressed as some kind of like kinky ass like unicorn right now.
Oh, stop it, please. Yeah, I really was looking forward to this year's Christmas. This would have been a Charlie Brown Christmas for Shanny this year. Because it was just around this time was the time that Shanny would show off the most with that money and everything that Jason had and call us peasants and stuff. And look what I got for me and Jason. And be like, well, where's the kids? And the only stuff to show us for the kids for Christmas is like bags and sacks of coal. I don't know about you folks, but anyone who I knew who ever got a sack of coal for Christmas cried and cried and cried. They thought Santa hated them. So there's that.
Now, but I don't want that high school drama. Bull crap. I hated high school too. Silver lining. I just see that little video clip of her running after G-Man and moving toward JD Kane like that. Laugh out loud. That was after I saw a couple other posts about this and didn't know about that clip, but did you see how JD Kane didn't even like her touching him?
Well, he did, Crystal Water. It was just interesting in that one video he did that we heard a cough. And a lot of people thought that was Jason, because Jason has a bad cough. He's had it for years. Shanny does not care about it at all. She hasn't brought him to the doctor. But still, we all can hear that cough. And G-Man told me that he didn't want them there because they stink and they'll stink up the house. And then, they'll get loud. And obviously someone will call the police if they don't think that no one's living in that house, and all of a sudden they fight, because these two fight all the damn time and they're loud when they fight. So it will just, none of that would look good. And I think G-Man knows by now, if people found out that they're actually there, that won't look too good for him. But hey, you know what? You never know. I say never, and don't be surprised on the internet.
If someone did that to me, I wouldn't actually like it. JD Kane or G-Man didn't like it, but they took it because they're men.
Shady Christmas.
And men think they have to react that way when a woman advances on them so strongly. Unfortunately, there is a huge double standard in this country because of that. And I don't appreciate that double standard. I think it needs to change. Watch me get trashed for this. Silver Lining, don't worry. If you get trashed for this, screw them. Where did you get the unicorn onesie? Walmart.
It's like a 10XL.
I got it at Walmart for $20.
$20 moo-moos here. $20
Not every day you
moo-moos
can have
here.
golden wings, you know? Golden, beautiful wings on your back. I mean, you know.
Hey guys, let me ask you a question. You ever see a devil with wings? Oh, wait a minute. Of course, Lucifer. What am I thinking?
There's another Final Fantasy character, Cloud. Can you name which Final Fantasy character had angel wings on his back?
The fat
I know
loser.
you probably know. You like Final
Oh.
Fantasy.
The one that ate all the foods.
I like Final Fantasy too. Sorry, it was good old times.
Oh my good old times.
Walmart sucks, but that's cute. Like that. I play only FF15. I like Mayor more than Walmart, but Walmart has its thing. It does. It has like I couldn't help it. Like this right here, this necklace right here. This came from Walmart, but this came from Spencer's. But I like it. I like naughty unicorn. Nothing wrong with being an naughty unicorn. We're unique and we're all alone. I'm a unicorn. I only played 7. Then why are you? I mean, I know why you called Cloud.
Well, Danica, I will say this, and obviously you were there. I'm sure you remember the day that I was supposed to make my follow-up video with G-Man. He like 2 hours before that day that they left at 8 o'clock at night, he messaged me saying that something came up and he had to reschedule, and we did it a few days later. But it was interesting and coincidental and very weird, and like I said, how things work out like that, that the day that they had to go was the day that he was busy, that something came up, and that's before I even knew anything happened. And so I was like, well, I just won't go live. And then a little birdie, and she knows who she is, sent me the video, and they were like, look, they're being the motel's being condemned. And I'm like, oh wow, on the same night that G-Man was supposed to be on my show. Interesting. Do you believe in coincidence? I don't know.
Strife. But only playing 7, brah. You gotta move forward from that.
800
Play
bucks.
another
I
one.
spent 100.
He-Man gave me the best dick the other day. It was so good.
Ooh, she said it, not me.
Crash Cootercoot donated $5 through
He-Man
Super
He-Man gave me
Chat.
the best.
Wasn't G-Man's open house yesterday?
Oh, was it, dude? Thank you, dude. I appreciate the 10 members you membered tonight. Membered, is that a word? And I appreciate this. Wow, this is information I did not know. Was it? You know what? I'll send him an email and I'll ask him, and hopefully he responds. Even G-Man, I don't think he's being honest with anybody these days, just to be safe. But yeah, I will ask him about that, because if it was, and if that is true, then we know for a fact they can't be there, right? Because even if they were there and they just had people look at the house, they smell. They don't wash, Like, she was washing more here. It would stink up the house. Remember that fat new lady named Bridget? They sold in the adult section in Spencer's. What? No. No, I don't. But I'm just old.
I like 12. But then again, X2. I love X2. I can't help it. Final Fantasy X has really special heart things with me. Have you tried FF15? No, I haven't. I still want to.
They have faked a lot.
You know what I want to get? I need to find one that's probably need to get at Spencer's, but I want to get a liked collar.
A what?
Oh my gosh, it's such a good game. I know it is, right? I like
Yo, those poor callers. They're like, we're not even chokers. We're just normal size.
that you play video games. Thank you. Whenever I get my PS4, I will start streaming video games again. Not on this
God.
channel. I'll
How
probably
many-
do it on Nighttime.
How many
Shanny
chins
is-
she got?
I do it on that channel. Make it easier for me,
Oh yeah, that's right. I want to tell for the new people. I want to. That's another good picture. I want to tell you guys, because I don't know if you know, Shanny had many. Oh, okay, Bridget Doppelganger. Doppelganger. Shanny had many accounts, and I know a lot of new people weren't here for that. She had ShannyForChrist, Shanny is me, and then she had a channel where she would just get high all day, Stoner Shanny, and that one, that was definitely a channel, folks. And you can't even talk about that because it doesn't matter on YouTube if it's a state that's legal or not. They consider it all drug use, but she had many channels to do many things, but she always did the same thing on every channel, just bitch and moan. But she do worse on on different channels.
Cool. Right? I'll tell you this. I definitely want to play the newest Metal Gear. So want to play that.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Live
think
stream
so.
Gravity Rush 2. Dude. That sounds so fun.
But I mean, I can understand where the chat can have that opinion because G-Man helped them out before. You know what I mean, folks?
Well, I was doing like Bethesda games, the Fallout 4. I like playing Metal Gear, but I suck at it. Have you ever played the original? Well, not the original Metal Gear, but Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation. Awesome. Oh God. The voice acting of old PlayStation games are amazingly bad, but entertaining at the same time.
Man, you guys see that turkey leg right there? Oh my God.
Especially the old PlayStation.
Just in time for Thanksgiving, right? Yay. Look at that turkey leg. Man, and she's 200 pounds lighter here, folks. Think about that. Where did that extra fat go?
Resident Evil. Hilarious. Hilarious, may I add. No, I played a lot of Nintendo stuff. I like Ocelot's revolver tricks. Yes. I just thought, how many times have I beat Metal Gear Solid? Oh, I've had to beat it like 10, 20 times, Metal Gear Solid.
She's talking about her kids.
Got the, infinite ammo bandana, and then, the stealth. The stealth's really fun, because no one can see you and you just go up behind them and you, slaughter them.
God,
of course, there's the infinite ammo. That's always fun, but there is the challenge. There's no better, greater moments. Is when you have that one bullet, and you use it, and the dude goes down. Such great moments. Or when you have absolutely no bullets, so you have to use the knife, and you just knife that sucker to death.
Okay.
So fun.
I'll go look, Crash. Thanks,
I think
dude.
the last computer game I played was this game called Dick Dug from the 80s. I was addicted to it. You could kill your enemy with money bags. I know Dick Dug. That was fun. That was a fun game. Like me, I'm all for retro games. I love retro games because they're a lot more challenging than they are to the modern games, in my opinion. You had to eat emeralds, and with each level you went slower while your enemies got faster. If you did good enough, you could get a cherry. Sonic Heroes and the Shadow Hedgehog were pretty much all I played on PS2. PS2 was my era. I never got into Sonic, to tell you the truth, but PS2, straight Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts for me. There was nothing greater in the world than Final Fantasy X, X2, and the Kingdom Hearts. Oh my gosh, I love Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my God, I love it. Rah.
I never finished the levels. Yeah, retro games are harder. PS2, yeah.
Yeah, man. I got no tooth. Yeah, man. You see that shit?
I remember a game.
All right. I just got sent this. All right. Open house, November 5th, which was yesterday at 12 to 2. Great opportunity to own this spacious home. All right, here, I should do it in his voice. To own this spacious home on a beautiful and quiet tree line in the beautiful Greenwich neighborhood walking dances to Marywood University. This home features 3 spacious bedroom, 1 bathroom, has potential for another 2 bedroom and 2 bathroom, formal dining room, eating kitchen, huge living room with brick fireplace, lots of living, big windows, wall, and no atheists. What? and no cuck boyfriend and his big fat woman. So there that is. Big Windows wall? Is that like big windows, y'all? I don't know. But thanks. Okay, so that confirms it. Thank you for giving me that information. So there you go. So there was an open house. So if they were there, that'd be a big mistake, because who would want to buy that with them two there, stinking up the place?
Called bricks. Bricks are fun. Like Space Invaders are like one of the best games ever. You seem to be a big Square Enix fan. Yes, I love Square Enix games. I can't help it. I like Bethesda games too, though. Bethesda's fun. And I love Nintendo. Like straight up Nintendo. Nintendo will always have my heart. And then there's the rare games.
Straight up
Let's not
Nintendo.
forget the Donkey Kongs. Nothing is greater and more entertaining than the Donkey Kongs.
Donkey Cons.
The way the ball hit the bricks made it sound like music. Wow, I actually finished the bricks levels. That wasn't a hard game. It took practice to become a good enough. Yeah, like for me, I can totally kick ass in like Tetris. Like Tetris, I can play that game forever. I don't lose Tetris.
She just loses her
Persona
kids.
series. Never heard of the Persona series. Love DK. Doesn't, man. Like, you remember Donkey Kong 64? I love that. Man, fuck the Bethesda for Creation Club, yes.
I know. Can you imagine being so happy? Like, I don't lose at Tetris. I don't. I'll lose a kid or two, even a couple teeth, but I don't not lose at Tetris, mofo. Like, dude, priorities. You non-parent. I can't even call her a mother.
Tetris.
Or she's a mother, all right.
It's relaxing. I think Tetris used to be called Nayat in the 80s. It may have. I was always bad at Nayat. It's a game of logic in a lot of ways. Or like Warrior Woods. Have you ever played Warrior Woods? For the
For the right price, Danica, I think you would. For the right price. But I think G-Man wants to get, some money back on his return. Whatever he put into the house, plus whatever he gave them for a year, I'm sure he's trying to all calculate that in to get some sort of a profit off of it. If he just sells it for like $100,000 and call it a day, yeah, someone will snatch that up. Because still, there's probably a lot of work, I mean, think, just from Shanny living in there, I'm sure that the foundation is leaning or sinking on one side.
The NES. Oh, I love games like that. Oh, N64 childhood, exactly. Dr. Robotnik's mean machine. It involves fitting shapes together. Mm-hmm.
It depends on what the game is.
I mean, these things were so awesome back in the day. And now, I don't know, they're not bringing out as many games as they used to, and it's kind of sad. Like the Zelda game, everyone says they liked it, but at the same time, I wasn't that impressed by it because the graphics are horrible. Not into games anymore, though. Back when life was simple. Yeah, I know. Back when you didn't have to pay bills. Back before you didn't have to worry about kids. Back before you didn't have to worry about, like, spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends. I played Wheel of Fortune so often that I would know the answer to the puzzle before there were any letters on it. Out loud. See?
Yeah, well, look, now she don't have to worry about all those things, but she's miserable. So, right, she's never happy, folks.
Wheel of Fortune. I like Wheel of Fortune. Nintendo was annoying with their retro crap. I bought the original Mario on like 7 different consoles. I have to, but my favorite Mario is Super Mario World. There is something about Super Mario World that I just love because you get to ride on Yoshi, and then you have that like cape. Like if you get a Nintendo system, you have to have Mario on it. I mean, it's. Oh yeah, SNES, exactly. SNES. That's where I think, in my opinion, I think the SNES is the best gaming console ever. Of course, there are minor problems to a Nintendo system back in that time, like when you had to breathe into the cartridge in order for it to work.
That's a decent premise, right?
And you actually had to like spit in it a little because if you didn't breathe hard enough or you spat in it, it didn't work. So you actually had to spit in a little, even though it says please not blow into the cartridge. You did it anyway because you knew it would work.
It doesn't though. That's as bad as shaking a Polaroid picture. Don't do a damn thing.
Oh my god, blowing into the cartridge. You remember that? And then the CDs came out.
Is that what you call it, Shane?
Horrible. Remember the GameCube and how little the CDs were? And they were like, this is the wave of the future, these little CDs. And it never became like that. Instead, MP3s and stuff like that took over.
What?
Then I remember a game called Antiballistic Missile or something.
Yo, those little CDs she's talking about, by the way, were around in 2000. So I don't know what the hell she's talking about. They were pretty much for the future at that time, the year 2000, and then around like 2004 or 5 or something is when the kind of MP3s kind of really took over, because you didn't have to carry CDs anymore. You could just put everything on one little thumb drive. It's just convenience.
But yeah, and that was the one where you could like shoot missiles in the air on like things that are falling down on these like all these little buildings and stuff. CDs were worse with scratches and skipping. Yeah, I know, right? Okay. So there's this one game that I bought 3 times to try to work on my PS2 because the PS2 was backward compatible with PlayStation games. Okay, many people have had this problem. Legend of Dragoon. Do you remember the problem of trying to play Legend of Dragoon on your PS2? You couldn't do it. You could not do it. Even though Legend of Dragoon was probably one of the best games that was ever made.
I never even heard of this. That's funny.
Now you can get it on the PlayStation Network. But, I mean, back in the day, you couldn't even play that game. Never heard of that game. You never heard of that game? RPG, yeah, it's an RPG. Very similar to Final Fantasy, but it was done by Sony. Never had those games. I have so many distractions, so there's new games would be a nail in the coffin for me. Yeah, I haven't played a game in a long time. I don't understand why people like turn-based RPGs. They're kind of boring, TBS. The story. RPGs aren't about the gameplay. It's about the story. If you like story, you're going to play
violent.
RPG. I feel like I'm missing out. You know your stuff, Shanny. I'm impressed. Of course I know that stuff.
Shanny's like, I need to smack something. Oh, the camera.
Story and music, game, exactly. Oh, and especially when it comes to a Final Fantasy game, the graphics. The graphics. Because in Square Enix, they make their RPG so beautiful looking. Just so beautiful and majestic looking. You look at all the Final Fantasies from the first one compared to the new ones now. But just every single one of them is a masterpiece, in my opinion. Every single one. I love every single Final Fantasy game. I think they're amazing. Amazing. FF15 did the best job with story, gameplay, and music. I want to play it.
I hate her eye.
Gameplay, especially.
Eyeliner. It's too much on the bottom.
And then, okay, you want a good RPG? Kingdom Hearts series. Kingdom Hearts is so beautiful to play. Ooh. I know a video game that most people haven't played, but if you want beautiful graphics, it's the Alice in Wonderland game. Oh, what is it fully called? Alice in Wonderland. Like when you first see her, she's like, it's all like black and white, and she's like a psych patient. But then when she goes into like Wonderland,
no, this is part of my classic SCAMMY series. A couple of people asked me to watch a couple of older Shanny videos, like really old ones. This is old from then. I would say maybe 2018. This is right before she went to Rev's house the first time, in PA.
Land, the colors.
And what's up?
Is it Alice in Wonderland? Enter the Madness? I think that's what it is. But it's just breathtaking, but at the same time, it's like in a steampunk type manner and very gothic looking.
Right.
It's beautiful, and it's got a very interesting story.
Hey, look at her,
you got
David.
The story of her going through Wonderland, and then
look at her. She's like 200 pounds lighter. And look at her hair doesn't look all ratty. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. But she still has them big ham fists.
She also goes through the story of her going through her like psyche in the like real world, I guess you could say.
Those chokers.
Okay, let's go. Gameplay, especially, except when you run out of gas. I played Kingdom Hearts, charming game, Superman 64.
You see that thing? Like there's a tattoo on her thumb. You guys really need to look at that.
Superman 64. You want to get the best review I heard on YouTube from Superman 64 is the Angry Video Game Nerd. He did that so wonderfully. Oh, speaking of good hit levels, BOTW was awesome.
Her eyebrows improved, yeah.
All the Dot Hack series.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at her hair. The mom that she hated so much actually took the time to make sure her hair didn't look bad and crappy. It's so messed up that she hated her mom so much, but her mom at least tried to make her look presentable. So, I mean, there's that.
I loved playing Dot Hack. I loved playing Dot Hack. I had the Wii U version. Have you played the Dot Hacks? Those are so fun. That was a good
Dots are
series.
sloppy.
Damn, I played on Switch. Another good RPG. Let's not forget KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. There's something about the Star Wars games. And since we're going in Star Wars games, the best Star Wars games would be the Star Wars of the SNES. Oh yeah. Star Wars of the SNES.
7 Deadly Chins.
The Super Star Wars, those were the best. Those were the best back in the day. So, you know, dude, it just keeps getting better and better with the Switch. I want to get the Switch. I want to get my boys the Switch so bad.
You know what? I need to find that. I haven't actually was able to find like her actual first time meeting Rev. I mean, Rev knew he was watching her, so he knew that, you know, what he was getting into, literally and figuratively. But I'm sure it was still a shock to him. But I wonder who was like, hey, you know, we don't need a shower if you don't want to. It's like, you know, no big deal. I think that would be a Shanny thing.
They need a game system. They really do. I need a game system. I need something to distract me. Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2. Metroid is coming out next year. Oh.
Oh.
The only reason why I'll buy a game. Laugh out loud. They're finally bringing out Metroid. That's sweet. That is so sweet. They're doing Metroid. I love Metroid. Not a re-release, thank God. Dude, I love the re-releases. I love seeing the updated graphics. Like when they re-released Ocarina of Zelda. We haven't even spoke about Zelda. What kind of freaking gamers are we? And we have not even the echelon of all games, Zelda.
The echelon.
Let's not forget Zelda.
Echelon.
Like Zelda.
Echelon.
How could you not love Zelda?
She can't.
We
talk.
have. Yes, Breath of the Wild. Great games. Great game series. Remember Secret of
have
Mana?
thought that.
That's a great game series. Laugh out loud. Loads is a classic. Yes. Legend of Zelda, come on. But Ocarina of Time?
Because, like, what else? What else would take your teeth away that fast? What else would give you all those warts on your face and dark circles under your eyes and just make you look like you've been through hell, like a mental and physical battle with yourself? You know what I mean? Up for days,
You
not
can't beat
showering.
that. And with the updated graphics of Ocarina of Time, they did such a beautiful job at it. And they got rid of some of the kinks on it. I'm playing SOM on my iPad Touch.
Stop trying to fuck Zelda.
Nice, nice. We forgot the other one of the best RPGs, Chrono Trigger. I forgot about Chrono Trigger. What a shame that I forgot about Chrono Trigger.
Might.
Gosh. Totally forgot about Chrono Trigger. Also on my iPod Touch and PS Vita. You gotta love some Chrono Trigger. I mean, come on. I could not for the love of me play Ocarina of Time because I couldn't pass the kid
Maybe.
that blocks the exit in the beginning. You have to get the sword and the shield. You get the sword and the shield, then you can get past him. What is his name? Midas? I love RPGs. I do too.
Man,
They're my favorite genre.
She's
gaming.
boring when she's not freaking out.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I've done so much shooters. You've seen me play Skyrim. You've seen me play Mass Effect. See what others. Yeah. Fallout. I get into it. Dragon Ball Xenoverse is a great recent RPG. I haven't played Xenoverse. But a good Dragon Ball game? Budokai. Dragon Ball Z Budokai. 1, 2, and 3. Yes. Those games were so fun. And I was just master at doing the moves all the time. And I
See that one thing I'll say about this, she does this all the time. She'll get mad, and then she'll start smoking or vaping, and then when she gets all high, but yeah, man, yeah, that game, wow, man, yeah. Oh, was I mad at you guys? Well, I'm just gonna leave, And then she totally forgets that she was just like reeing at people for like the first hour of this stream. And then like the last half hour, like she's like, look at her, she's all messed up, she's all high now. You know, it's so funny that, and this happens all the time. Every time she smoked, like she'll go like, you know, get all high and stupid, and then the stream goes south.
I could like
Every
specifically
time.
choose just by how I press the buttons in order to, you know, get a specific move. Nah, Tenkachi was better. No, I had good memories with Budokai. Good memories with Budokai.
Oh yeah.
Jenny, you should start a gaming channel. See, I could, but that would get like really addicting to me. Really addicting, because I'm like all alone now and I don't have anyone to talk to, so I get a gaming channel. That would just, you know, it doesn't only have to be my channel though. I could have my son game for me too.
What? Oh, you
In fact, my
use your
son does have a gaming channel that no one knows about.
Wow, I never heard that before.
Mommy son gaming. You're not alone. You have us nerds. Not that much. Try playing Infinite World on PS2. It's like a spiritual successor to Budokai.
Oh wait, actually, no. I'm sorry. That's a lie. No, not a lie. I forgot. G-Man told me that. He told me. He said to me, her son has a way to make money on the internet. Like he does some sort of a gaming thing. He didn't say a name or anything, but he did confirm that is true. That he has, I'm guessing the older son has a way to get money online playing video games and stuff. So, he confirmed it. Don't know if it's true, but I just know that someone else besides her line said this.
I want to play. Gosh, man, making me want a game. Like I'm all alone now. Like that's cool. Your son plays. Yeah, I'd never. You know, their mom was a gamer, so naturally they would grow up to be gamers, and they are. They love their video games. I'm not gonna lie. Am I gonna stop them from playing video games? No. No, because to me that was good childhood when you got to play a game. That was good times. I've been playing the crap out of Red Dead Redemption on PS3 recently. Ooh, I heard they're coming out with a new one. I heard they're coming out with a new one. It's okay to play as long as you have a good balance on the amount you play. True, and I probably don't have enough time to play it all the time either. But I do need to get a game system for my sons. I do need one. I do have to admit that. Because the ex-husband had to take my son's game.
You know what, Chiquita? You make a good point there. She's always talking about how horrible her parents, you know, knocked her arms out of her socket for no reason. She'd walk around all day. But she's like, yeah, man, wasn't that Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, and this game and that game, and then the Nintendo 64. Yeah, you're right. She had pretty good expensive games. I don't know about you all, but when I was a kid, I get Nintendo, and my parents would get me like one game. I had to rely on my grandparents to buy me video games. The same thing with the Sega. And then after that, I just started getting my own games. I'm like, screw you guys. You don't even buy me any games. I can't play the same game over and over. But I was a master at Super Mario because it's literally the only game I had for like 2 years. So I hear you, Chiquita. I hear you.
Console,
let's finish this.
Ass. He took everything of value. And the good thing about being single is I don't have to have Chris hog the machine all the time. I know it's horrible. Get them an old console so they appreciate what games
she calling somebody else a hog.
Right? I wanted to get them the NES. And then I know now they're coming out with the SNES game console with all the games on it. You know, if the SNES has all the Donkey Kongs, I certainly will get it in a heartbeat. Because,
there's only 20 games on
there's nothing better than Donkey Kong Country. Like, I don't know what's better. The second one?
Oh, God.
I think the second one is my favorite. Because
didn't she say that she has to go to sleep? So she's going to suck down another Diet Dr. Pepper? Man.
So all the roller coaster like world. I like PS2 or Super Nintendo or Genesis. I never got into Genesis. Like
we threw rocks to the neighbor's cows.
The SNES Classic Edition only had DK1. Oh, why just DK1? The Dreamcast is awesome. I heard the Dreamcast is awesome.
You guys went to cow tipping.
I never got into it though. I never got into Dreamcast. I was more into. I have to say, for the longest time, I was a Nintendo girl, and then I ended up falling in love with Final Fantasy, and that led me to PlayStation. Is the Final Fantasy series. Your Sony pony.
Yeah, gamer
Fantastic
girlfriend.
before its time. I had one. I know it was. I just wasn't in them. But see, I'm an age, a special age, where I pretty much went through my whole life. I went through all of the gaming consoles, you know, and I'm talking about Atari games. Okay, that's where I first started in game consoles, was Atari, and then I saw, you know, NES, SNES with the Genesis. You know, I played the Genesis a couple times. Like, I think the
Oh yeah, she probably had Atari from like her older siblings. You know, I personally didn't have an Atari, but my grandmother did because my uncle did. Me and my uncle only like 10 years in age difference. So there's that. So, but yeah, you guys are absolutely right though. This sounds like she had a pretty decent childhood. She was able to play all these games.
funniest game was like that James Bond game on the SNES. I think that was the best one. Ooh,
That was the Nintendo
N64
64
game. I got two. Perfect Dark, and then Jet Force Gemini. I loved Altered Beasts on Genesis.
Because you are a
Earthworm
beast.
Jim, that was a good Genesis game. Earthworm Jim. I love that game. Yes.
Right, got those teeth.
And Ristar. And Ninja Turtles. Oh my goodness. Old school games.
Yeah, she had a decent childhood.
How old are you guys? Are you guys in your 30s? The bloody virgin of that game. 30. Oh, King Gorgon 16, but he's in the classics. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, she's about what 34 or 35 here.
You were so awesome. I grew up in that generation. Wicked 39. Old man.
Yeah, she grew up in the 90s, so she can do what she wants.
Left my ass off. Baby. Boy, I have to say, at that age, all I can say, my biggest advice to you is just enjoy your life. Enjoy it to the fullest. Don't tell anyone else not to. You have good taste, King. Yes,
Yeah.
you do. You have great taste.
Yeah, we have
The
one of those
classics are the
pongs.
best. Nothing can beat the classics. Yes, being an adult sucks. It does. It's just awesome. Ugh, what time is it now?
Right?
It's 2:26 in the morning, folks. I'm never up this late. I'm afraid of taxes and whatnot. Dude, I need to get to bed. It's so late, man. It's so late.
I'll stop drinking Diet Coke. 2 o'clock in the morning.
Taxes is a scary thing. Depends. Depends what tax bracket you are, because if you're poor, you make out pretty good during taxes, especially if you have kids. I'm just saying.
Oh, wow.
Dude,
Holy shit. Use your kids for tax breaks.
see.
Nice.
True.
Horrible.
You guys have played God of War? God of War is awesome. Especially when you're like fighting that like big giant freaking bear. What the
You?
hell is that thing? You see it and you're like, oh my god, I'm about to die. And then you kick its ass and then you're like, I'm kicking ass.
Now where's she going? Ah.
I'm hot in this thing. Anyway, guys,
She needs her
I'm gonna go to
fans.
bed. I love you guys so much. But it's 2:30 in the morning and I'm tired. Oh, to my special someone who watches this. Call me. Have a good day, guys. I love you guys.
She's talking to Rev. That's her special man. All right, folks. That's it for that one. That was a long one. But yeah, every once in a while when I'm in between stuff, I'm just gonna do a Shanny series or a classic scammy, I'm calling it, so we can see all the older videos. But I will try to find that one with Rev, because that would be great. I'm always constantly looking. But thank you all for hanging out. There's about like 122 of you in here. Make sure you all like and subscribe if you're not, and consider becoming a member if you like the funny content. I try to make everyone laugh at least once. So if I made you laugh at least once in this almost 2 hours, please like the video. And that's it. I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good night. Be good to yourselves and each other. And that's it. Love you all and peace. Later, guys. Woo. Foods.